Hi, I'm Kristi Davis, a member of the MetroTex Forms and Contracts Committee.
Hi, Keith Newman, member of the MetroTex Forms and Contract Committee.
And today we're going to be discussing the option period and our termination option as well as earnest money. As you are aware, there was some significant change to our contracts when they became mandatory in April 1 of 2021. And that was the delivery of the earnest money and option fee going directly to the title company in either one payment or it could be separated in two. And Keith, what else was that significant change related to?
Well, I think the biggest thing, as you say, is that instead of delivering the earnest money to title and the option fee going directly to the seller, it's all going to the same place. So the fact that it's just one check or one payment, one electronic payment, however that may be, is something for some of us that is still a little bit of a new concept. Also, being mindful of the timeline. So making sure that it is delivered on time and we're advising our clients properly on when to get it there sometimes creates a little bit of confusion. And that timeline is 3 days. And actually, to read it directly from the document, it says within 3 days after the effective date, which for all practical purposes isn't an enormous change. But sometimes there are things like Memorial Day that's coming up that could create confusion. So maybe we go through an example of that. If a contract was executed on a Thursday, the Thursday before Memorial Day, let's say, it is to be delivered to the title company, the option fee and the earnest money all together within 3 days, but we count Monday as a holiday. So it can't be delivered on Monday. So it would have to be there by the end of the day, Tuesday.
Absolutely. And that's a really great thing. And that last day, in order to have it extend to that very next business day, that last day or that third day has to be the holiday or a Saturday or a Sunday when our title companies are theoretically not open.
That is correct. And it even says in 5.2, if the last day to deliver the earnest money, option fee, or additional earnest money falls on a Saturday, Sunday, or legal holiday, the time to deliver the earnest money, option fee, or additional earnest money is extended until the end of the next day that is not a Saturday, Sunday, or holiday. It's quite a mouthful, but it's pretty clear. And anytime you have a question, always consult the document, read what it says, and it will have the answer.
Keith, let's talk a little bit about maybe some best practices or some things that we've seen along the way that this form has been in place for a year now that might be helpful to our members here at MetroTex. So kicking it off, one might be ensuring that people are placing the correct amount that is considered to be earnest money and then the correct amount that is going to be delivered as option fee. I have seen it unfortunately more than once or twice where those numbers have been reversed and the earnest money is now $500 and the option fee is 20,000. That could be a really big problem, Keith, couldn't it?
Definitely a problem. Definitely a problem. So, best practice always is to be sure to take your time, take a minute, read the document thoroughly. It is pretty clear, but for some it may be a bit of a change and still kind of getting used to a new format. But 5A, the first section, the top section is the earnest money. It talks about the earnest money first, and then later in 5B is where the termination option amount is called for. So there are two completely separate paragraphs, two separate places within two separate sub paragraphs within paragraph 5. And so take your time, be sure you're writing the correct number in the correct blank. Definitely want to make sure that the amounts are right, and also keeping in mind that that sum, the earnest money plus option, can go in one check, one payment to the title company. So it makes it easier for our buyers when we're explaining to them how to get money delivered where, and also that they are aware we're explaining properly to our clients the timeline. It's got to be that third day, understanding that weekends and holidays are not days that you can deliver the funds to the title company. And it never really pays to wait until the last minute. You find yourself running into situations that are out of your control, delays. So best to get it there early. check with the title company to see if there's even a way, and there are many, to deliver these funds electronically. Provides great documentation and a paper trail for our buyers, and allows us to confirm with all parties that the money has been delivered on time. And that's certainly crucial when we're dealing with transactions of the size that we do and of the nature that we do, that we're assisting our clients properly and getting things delivered within deadlines before the deadline expires. All right, one other thing to consider too, I think it's important for people to keep in mind is, let's say that the amount that's sent to the title company is short, it's incorrect for some reason. It's important to note that the title company, and it's even spelled out on the form, always best to look, 5A3, the amount the escrow agent receives under this paragraph shall be applied first to the option fee, then to the earnest money. So if you have a situation where your amounts are off and for some reason the amount delivered to title is incorrect, the buyer's option fee is going to be covered first, which is important to know.
Absolutely, because then your earnest money is insufficient or delinquent, and that buyer is in default of the contract. And seller has the rights and remedies under the paragraph, as well as the main body of the contract through the default paragraph, to terminate and seek those remedies. So buyer wants to make sure, and buyer's agent want to make sure that you're depositing and sending the correct amounts to the title companies to ensure that both you're satisfying the option fee as well as the earnest money.
Exactly. Best practice, always double check, make sure you've communicated with your client properly on the amounts.
Well, we hope that you learned something today or got a best practice out of this, or a tip for you when you are working with your buyers and sellers in regards to the delivery of earnest and option fee. If you have any questions about this paragraph, please make sure you're reaching out to your broker or your sales manager, or go take a contracts class at MetroTex. But we're always here for you, and we hope that you learned something today. Thanks, Keith, for sharing with me along the way.
Excellent. Excellent. Great to see you, Kristi. Thank you.